Rated M for mature.
John Garcia Shelton, producer. We have Titan-class creatures like the Golem. It really is a skyline-changing creature in New York City. It's made out of reinforced concrete, semi-tractor trailers, huge objects that make a huge creature. This creature can walk through buildings. It's going to destroy the skyline of New York. We also have the Kraken, a creature that comes out of the water. These just huge tentacles. Its mass and scale is so large that you can't fight it in a traditional way. You have to figure out other ways to deal with a creature like that. The Titan-class creature's role in the game is that they change the world in a large scale.
Steve Skelton, lead designer. Titan-class creatures feature into the gameplay experience in two different ways. One, they are central elements of a really large game experience, and two, they also serve to kind of close off a chapter of the gameplay. We have a bunch of other creatures in the game too. We have a creature called an echidna tentacle, and it's just kind of this disgusting, slimy thing that pops up out of the ground and tries to grab you and pull you back down into the ground with it, and it's suggesting kind of like a really large creature that's underground. We have the Nari, which are these kind of ghostly little creatures that start intangible and fly around and can kind of go through walls and other solid objects, and they buzz around and kind of harass you, but then they can turn solid for a really kind of scary in-close attack.
We also have a Fire Drake, a creature that's really made of liquid fire. And it's really just this moving fire starter. And to see this creature just pass through, leaving fire everywhere in its wake, it's great to see that aspect because, once again, it's a changing creature. It's changing the world for being there.
Some of the biggest design challenges in the game revolve around the Titan-class creatures. You have to layer in our regular AI creatures and kind of bring them around the central experience of the Titan.
Kevin Sharp, animation director. The Titan-class creatures gave us an extraordinary challenge because of their sense of scale. Because you see everything in front of them. They're humongous, and they had to look convincing, both in how they moved their colossal weight around and how they had an impact on their environment. A golem, when it swipes something, can't just tap something. It has to knock over a whole building, and the motion has to sell it, the reaction of the environment has to sell it. You really need to understand the magnitude of destruction that they're causing in order to feel that they have literally taken center stage and are the focal point of your encounter.
Steve Furco, art director. We worked with the animation department and with the engineers very, very closely to stage these creatures and make them look absolutely as impressive and scary as possible.
It's that scale and that size that needs to come across to the player because that really sells the world-changing aspect of the game. And it really pushes that this has a profound impact on the world. It's not just a creature fest, it's a disaster movie.
Seeing a scene where a human gets ripped to shreds is very satisfying.